Here's another Dominique. Dominique Dawes, who has rallied from 6th place after the compulsories with a chance for a medal, her final event, the beam.
And Tom, hasn't this been a performance of her life this evening with all the injury problems? She's never once used them as an excuse, but to move up 3 spots at this championships, that really shows you the true strength of this athlete. Typically one of her strongest events, and you'll see why in a second. This is a skill that is her trademark. Should take the entire length of the beam. And a huge error. She basically missed the entire skill. She should have continued that right to the end.
You know, and it's funny, it didn't look like she was that off balance. It looked like she just stopped.
Back on track, very powerful punch front.
And you know, this event is probably the least demanding on her body. It's funny, sometimes you're so worried about injuries and where they're going to affect you the most, and they show up in a place where it shouldn't even be a problem.
She needs a whole lot of energy to get through this dismount. 2 consecutive back handsprings to a full twisting double back, and she took out the full twist.
But this was not a good performance for Dominique Dawes. What a difference a year can make.
So after dominating a year ago, Dominique, beset by injuries, just not her normal self.
Well, what happened here? Not a lot. Back handswing to the layout.
Didn't look that off though, Elfie, huh?
It didn't. She was just slightly off, but obviously felt she couldn't finish the move.
And look at that. At least in my experience, rare tears from Dominique. And that score will eliminate her from medals at these 95 championships. And now, the princess perhaps about to be crowned queen, and wouldn't you know it, everyone else is finished.
Did you cue?
Bella's making sure the music is going to be right, and Dominique will be on center stage all by herself for the floor exercise.
Before we get to Dominique's floor exercise, let's take a stylish and rare look at the men's highlights from these championships. The power and intensity of these 95 national championships were prevalent throughout the competition. John Roethlisberger, 3-time national champion, will be going for his 4th. If he succeeds, he'll be the first to do so in 29 years. But it hasn't always been this good for John. With his father as his coach, sometimes things have gotten a little bit tight, a little bit frustrating. But those times are gone, and John is poised to win another U.S. title. John's competition is impressive. Mihai Beju has risen quickly up the national team ranks. Ohio State's Blaine Wilson placed 9th last year, and he looks to move up here. And Jair Lynch, who in '92 was the youngest member of the U.S. Olympic team, where he missed winning a bronze medal on the parallel bars by just 1/10. Mihai Beju showed his power and agility with an outstanding performance on the pommel horse. The judges watched, and Blaine Wilson powered through the rings. Jair Lynch showed why the parallel bars are his favorite with a strong effort. But John Roethlisberger shined in every event. And in the end, John had captured the national title for the 4th time. Let's take a look at the men's final standings. Now let's return to Dominique Moceanu as she tries to capture the women's all-around title.
And that's all she needs to claim the title. She looks a little on edge, too. We haven't seen that very often. And her parents look on, and I guess a little divine intervention wouldn't hurt.
I don't know, she doesn't look like she needs it at all tonight, however. She will light this arena up with this floor exercise routine.
I can't believe how easy she does this full twisting double somersault. Oh, great landing.